Hello and welcome back. In this video, we'll work on adding new articles to our application from the browser. So the first thing I want to do is show you the life cycle of an article object and how it's going to flow through our application. So let me pull that up. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. First, you're going to need to initiate an instance variable. @article. The @ sign indicates that it's an instance variable, and this will take place at the controller level. Okay, so in your articles controller. Once you initiate this instance variable, you'll need to add the attributes, the title and description for it. So basically, you'll need a form that will display on the browser when you go to a path. Let's say articles/new. It'll display title, so an input box to enter in title, and then a box to enter in description. And then there'll be a submit button. Now, once that form is submitted, that will go back to the controller, and it'll be handled in the controller by the create action. Okay? Now, the create action will need to take these attributes, the value of these attributes, the value of title and the value of description, and it's going to need to whitelist them, okay? And that's called strong parameters, and it started in Rails 4. Basically, once they're whitelisted, the create action will need to create a new instance variable, an article instance variable, with these title and description values, and then it's going to try to save it to the database. Now, before it tries to save the database, it's going to go through the validations to see that the title and description pass the constraints that we've set for them in our model, in our article model, okay? Once it passes that, it's going to hit the database and create a new row for it, okay? So that's the flow of how an article is going to be saved to our database, okay? So let's go ahead and build this. So back to our IDE, first thing I'm going to do is start the server. Whoops, I think my server is already running. Yep, it is. So I'm actually going to shut this down and then restart it. Okay, and then preview port 3000 default is the home page. So the route that I'm anticipating is going to be the articles/new route to see a form where I can input in title and description. So I hit enter, it says no route matches because I don't have this route yet. So let's go ahead and add this route. So to add a route, go to your config routes.rb file, and over here, we're going to add this line. It's called resources:articles, okay? And save that. Now, what did that do? This one line, resources articles, gave us a new article path, a post to create articles, an edit article path, a patch to update articles, delete article path, show article path, and index article path. All of those paths it gave me simply by saying resources articles. So let's take a look. Over here, I'll clear this up. Rake routes. Look at this. There's the new article path. There's the edit article path. There's the show, update, and then destroy. Okay, and then on top, there's the index. It gave us all of these paths just by saying resources articles. All right, so now let's see what happens when we reload this page. Uninitialized constant articles controller. So let's go ahead and build the articles controller. So under app, controllers, right click, new file, articles, make sure it's plural of the model. So articles_controller.rb. File name is always snake case. Now pull up articles controller. Over here, you're going to say class articles controller. Remember, class name has to be camel case, so the A and C are capitalized. Subclass from application controller end. All right. And we already know that this is going to have a new action because I'm looking for a new articles route. So here I'll say define new end. Save that. Now let's see what that did. Reload. Okay, missing templates, articles, new. So let's go ahead and build a template. So remember, this is articles controller. So under views, it's going to look for an articles folder. So under views, right click, new folder, we're going to call it articles. All right. And under articles, new file, it's going to be new.html.erb. Open it. Now within it, we're going to type out create an article. Okay. Then close the h1 tag, save that. There you go. Perfect. So create an article. Now our link is working and we are getting a page. It's rendering this new page. So what we need to do now is add the form to this. So let's go ahead and do that. So over here, what's important to know here is that this is a model back form because we have an article model. And for dealing with model back forms, Rails provides this helper method, which is called form4, and it basically makes creating a form and dealing with forms very easy. To learn more about form4 helpers, you can just go to guides.rubyonrails.org/form_helpers.html, okay? Or you can simply Google Rails form4 helpers. All right. I would encourage you to read up on this if you like. We're not going to go into too much detail, but it goes through things like what is the HTML that's generated from the form4 helper and things like that. All right. So back over here, the way to do that is you open embedded Ruby tag. Now you have to put an equals here. Okay. Then form_for at article. Okay. Do, because this is going to be a block, and then a variable name within pipes. So I'm going to call it F. You can call this whatever, G or anything else that you like. I'm going to call it F and then close the embedded Ruby tag. And then I'm going to close this block with an end. Let me save that. Let me see what that did. Argument error in articles new, form4 article. It doesn't know what this at article is. So what is this at article? I didn't initiate this instance variable at article anywhere. So I need to do that. And the place I do that is in my articles controller in the new action. At article equals article, which is the class name, dot new. Save that. Now if I reload, create an article, there you go. Now this page is loading, nothing's being shown here because I didn't build the form yet. So let's go ahead and build the form. So back to my new HTML ERB, I'm going to give it a p tag and then open embedded Ruby tag again with an equals because I'm going to render this f.label and we're going to be working with the title and description attributes. So this is going to be title, close embedded Ruby, then embedded Ruby again, f.text field. Now title is a string. So a text field should be adequate to deal with it. So text field, title, close embedded Ruby. Okay, close the p tag, save that. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, so I have title, but this is right next to, this box is right next to title. So I want to put a break in here. Save that. If I reload, okay, so title, and there it is, the box for title. Next, we want to deal with description. So I'm going to say p tag and then embedded Ruby again, f.label. I'm going to say description. Then I'm going to put a br tag and then embedded Ruby again, f.text. Now this one is going to be area because description is type text. So I need a bigger box to enter in the description. So text area, description, close embedded Ruby tag, then close the P tag, save that. Over here, reload. Okay, so I have title, I have description, perfect. Now I need a submit button. So to do that, go down here, P again, and embedded Ruby. We're going to say f.submit, close the tag, save that, reload. Perfect. Title, description, and a button to create article. Okay. Now that is not going to work because I don't have the action create yet. But my form, articles/new, my form is working. So let's go ahead and build the create action. Click title. This is title. Description. This is the description. Then click on create article. The action create could not be found in articles controller. So in articles controller, define create end. Save that. Now if I reload, it's going to say, should I resubmit? Say continue. Missing template articles create. This template error, this is completely fine. Okay. It's looking for articles create template. You don't have to worry about that. We need to handle what's being sent in, okay? It's not, this create action is not going to have a template. This create action is going to be an end in itself and will not require a template. So over here, if you want to display what's being passed in, from here, when we entered in the title and description, it passed that in to the controller. If you simply want to display what it was passing in, you can simply say render plain and then params. It's sending it in through the params hash. All right. So params simply article, and then we want to display it. So dot inspect. Okay. Let's see what that does. If I right click, if I reload now, click continue. Notice how now it's actually displaying the title. This is a title. Description. This is a description. So whatever we're entering in is getting received by the create action. All right. And this is what it has, title and description. Now we need to do something with this. We need to save this. All right. So first we're going to need to create a new instance variable. So at article equals article.new. We will need to construct this new article with what's being passed in from the params hash, right? But we can't directly do that. First, I'm going to get rid of this. We can't directly create a new article with what's being passed in from the params hash. We're going to need to whitelist the values of article. All right. So to do that, we're going to write a method. So I'm just going to say over here, article_params for now. All right. And then I'll say article.save, and that's it. Now underneath over here, I'm going to say private, and here I'm going to define article_params, which is the method over here. Then end. Now in the article params method, we're going to say params.require, and the top level key is article. Okay. So params.require top level key article. And then we're going to permit for the article, the key that is article, we're going to permit the values of title and description. Okay. So that is the article param. So basically from the params hash, we're going to allow these. And with that, we're going to construct a new article instance variable, and then we're going to save it. So let's try that. Make sure you save this. Now back to our browser. So I'm going to say articles-new, title. This is a new article. Description. This is description for a new article. Click on create article. Missing template, articles create. That's fine, but over here, once the article is being saved, it doesn't know what to do. There's no template to show for create, right? Because it's working, it's actually hitting the database, but it doesn't know what to show. And we're gonna work on that in a second. First, I want to go to Rails console. Now, if I type in article.all, notice this latest one, this article ID 7. This is a new article. This is a description for a new article. And then it has the created at and updated at. This is the one that just got created. All right, let's try that again. I'm going to go to articles/new, testing article, hello, testing article. Click on create article. Okay, that's fine. Over here, I'm going to reload. Now, if I type in article.all, notice how there's the 8th one, title, testing article, description, hello, testing article. So it's working. It just doesn't know what to do here. After it's saving, it doesn't know what to do. What we're going to do now is we're going to direct, once it saves, to the show template, where it's going to show the article after it creates. All right. To do that, you can simply say redirect to articles show, and then you have to give it the article. All right. So article show, if you exit from here, rake routes, over here, the article show is the article path, but it needs the article. See, /article/ID, it needs the article. So redirect to articles path, and you're going to pass in the article. So it will go to that path. Now, we haven't defined the show action as yet, so this will not work right now. If I reload this, actually, no, if I just type in a new one and then testing again, hello, testing show, and then create article, undefined method article show, because we don't have the show action yet. All right. But again, it did hit the database. So in the next video, we're going to build this show action. All right. Now, before that, let me shut down my server and let's go ahead and do a commit. So git add -a, git commit -m, and we're going to say create new template action and route. Okay, hit enter. And then we can push this to our GitHub repository. So git push. All right, great. So that's it for this video. And in the next one, we'll work on the show action. I'll see you there.